Beginning of it, right? Here we go, right? I think we're live. Here we go. We'll see what pops up in a second. I always give it a minute to start, guys. I know it seems like it's live, but it might not be. Sometimes Facebook has some challenges, and I got to restart it, and I don't want to mess it up. So here we go. Come on, do it. Come on, connect. Is anybody out there? Is anybody there? 3, 2, 1. Come on. I might need to restart it. So if you see this, I'm going to restart it, guys. I don't see anyone there. Oh, wait, there we go. We got it. Kristen, I see you. Oh my God, I see you guys. Okay, Facebook's been challenged with this. They have this lag where you go live and it's not till about 20 seconds later that you actually start seeing it. So guys, thank you for being here. My name is Randy Dietrich and the mission here is to add value to your life. I'm back in the vineyards again. I hope it doesn't start pouring again. Remember last week? Oh my God, guys. It rained so hard that my papers dissolved. Thanks for being here, y'all. Thanks for the hearts. I see you, Roseanne. You know, Ken's here. Ken's in the winery here with Tina right now. And Ken, Chris, my gosh, those guys are starting a wine tour bus company. It is going to be the biggest success the Poconos has seen. I love you guys. Man, thanks for being here. Yo, Nicole. I know. Oh, Nicole, how are you? I love it. Steven's out there somewhere. So today's talk, you are going to love this, y'all. My goodness. This is a really fun one. It gets to the heart of Blue Ridge because everyone that works at Blue Ridge has this in them. Every one of them. I'm here with Matthew right now. Matthew is a fantastic young man. God, I met Matthew years ago at East Charlotte University, and Matthew's been in my life ever since. God, I love that guy. He is Ernest. He's got it going on. Love the hearts. Thanks, y'all. So here it is. So today's lesson comes from the book, The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch. If you have not read that book, treat yourself to that book. Oh my God, guys. It's so good. It's one of those books that I wish I never read it so I could read it again for the first time. It's that good. Treat yourself. Randy Pausch says, I would take an earnest person over a hip person any day. And I love that, right? I love the heart. So with you, right? Earnest is long-term, while hip is short-term, right? Earnestness is highly underestimated because you can't see it, right? Yo, Steven, I see it. And Ken, there's Ken right there. Yo, Ken. Earnestness comes from the core of a person, doesn't it? It comes from the inside of them, who they are, while hip is trying to impress on the surface. That's what hip's all about, right? This is the gist of today's talk. Earnestness versus hip and the impact on our life and the tricks the world can play on us. Follow my logic, guys. Hip people love parodies, don't they? In the last lecture, Randy says this. He says, but there's no such thing as a timeless parody, is there? And there isn't. They come and go like that, right? He says, I have more respect for the earnest guy that does something that's going to have a positive impact on generations down the road than the hip person does to have a parody. I love that. I love that quote. He goes, I love Eagle Scouts. I love Eagle Scouts. Do you know how many Eagle Scouts work at the winery, guys? I bet you there's 5 or 6 that work here right now. And over the years, if I'm interviewing someone and I see that they were an Eagle Scout, I hire them immediately. Conversation's done, get our books, let's go. Because I know an Eagle Scout is dedicated. They're earnest. They have it on the inside. Think about this. Being an Eagle Scout is about the only thing you can put on your resume when you're 60 that you did when you're 15, and it still impresses people, right? Because it's earnest. It's timeless. It's not hip. You with me on this? Now that we've established the difference between hip and earnest, how can we apply this to our life right here, right now, today? How can we make this work in our favor? Have you ever read the book, The Psychology of Money? Again, if you haven't, do it. This is the very best book on money management I have ever taken in. I've listened to this book 5 times now, guys. When you're at the winery, if you ever see my earbuds in, I'm listening to a book. And what I do is I take all this stuff that I listen to and I present it to you all, trying to add value to your life, guys. This book was written by Morgan Housel. This guy is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, the best book ever. Morgan says this, he says, past a certain level of income, what you need just sits below your ego. I love that. Because we're back to earnest and hip, aren't we? Right? So follow me on this. There's needs in life that you need. You're going to have to buy clothing. You got to buy food. You're going to have to buy shelter, a house, right? There's Ken. I know Ken's walking up the vineyard. Yo, Ken, love you, dude. Great stuff, right? There's certain things that you need to spend money on. Once you have made that money, then if you have enough money, then you can go into the wants of life. Like what do you want? And these are the things that can add value to your life, right? The things that you want. You want to go on vacations. I want to spend time with my kids, right? Stuff like that. Then if you have enough money, some people do this, they'll actually spend money to show other people that they have money. That's a trap. That's a trap that's going to destroy peace of mind. And let me tell you why. Wow, it's such a trap. He makes a great point and says this: one of the greatest ways to raise your savings is not to raise your income, it's to raise your humility in life. How true is that? My God, right? I love it. Stephen, I love it. Chris, I see you. Elaine, I love you guys. God, right? He defines savings as this. Follow this logic. Savings is the gap between your income and your ego. Wow. That is the best definition of savings I've ever read. When I read that, I thought, I got to share that with everyone. Isn't it the best ever? Scott, I see you, dude. This is why a lot of people with great, very decent incomes save very little money. Because they spend money on things that they just shouldn't be spending money on. They spend money on things that they want someone to see that they might have some money. Just get out of that. Let's not fall in that trap. Let's be earnest. Let's get rid of hip. In America, this is needed so much today, guys. So much. Our goal in life should be not to be to outperform our neighbors. It should not be to outperform the Joneses. It's to outperform ourselves. Are you a better person today than you were yesterday? This is the goal of life. Because guess what? The end post is always moving. You're never going to reach the end. Life has no ending point. Because once you reach your goals, there's always going to be a bigger goal. And once you set a record, someone's going to break your record. So that the race is with yourself. Nobody else. I love the hearts. Thanks for being with me on this, guys. Holy cow, right? Man, it's so true. When we compare ourselves to others, we fall into the trap of trying to be hip and not earnest. Let's not do this. Let's never do it. Let's change the culture of America today. Start today, right? Living a life of peace and comfort and peace of mind depends more on what you do and what you want than what you earn. You with me on this? I love the hearts. Thank you, guys. It's so true, right? I tell my wife, you know what I want in life? I want to live in a little ranch house on a little piece of land. I want my kids running around. That's all I want. Root for me, guys. I'm getting there one day. One day. When it comes to your income, your savings, most people talk about the tangible things when it comes to money, don't they? They're always talking about the things you can buy with money, like shirts and cars and houses and properties and things like that, jewelry, right? But you know, there's something far more important than the tangible things that money will buy you. Far more important. It's the intangible things that nobody sees but you. Living a life within your means and saving money, it means you're only going to buy things that brings you peace of mind. And it brings you time in your life. You know what the greatest return of money is? It buys you time. It buys you time with your children. It buys you time with your wife, with your grandchildren, with your family. That is the greatest return money has ever provided for anybody. It buys your time. Are you with me on this? I love it. Hugs, Stephen. It buys you hugs. I love that guy. God, right? Savings without a spending goal, it buys you options, doesn't it? It buys you options. And guess what? In life, you're only as free as your options. Think about that. If I have one skill set and that skill set becomes obsolete, I'm worthless. If I have 20 skill sets, one becomes obsolete, I got all kinds of options. Money gives you options. Having money savings in the bank rather than some fancy stuff, you're gonna have peace of mind. Are you with me? I love the hearts. You're all with me. I love them. Oh my God. You're only as free as your options. Every bit of savings that you have in the bank, it's like taking a point in time in the future that would have belonged to somebody else and putting it in your pocket. Because when you prepare for the future and you have money in your bank and we're not spending on anything to impress anybody around us, you are buying your freedom. Because you can make decisions on your own. That means that if you don't want to take the job that you need, if you need to take a job and you have no money, I'm sorry, you have to take a job because you have no free money. But when you have the money in the bank, well, I can take my time and take the job that I want to take. I love that. Mary Wayne, hello. Jackie, hello. I see you guys. The greatest return on money that's ever going to give you, it's your time. Always remember that. The greatest return. The problem with this, though, is it's not measurable. And in today's world, we only seem to value things that can be measured. And peace of mind is not measurable. You can't measure it, can you? You cannot measure joy. You cannot measure peace. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. That's why this is unspoken. Because no one can see it. But I promise you, the greatest return money will ever give you is to buy your time with the people you love. Most things that can't be measured get overlooked. Just like this one. It gets overlooked in life. Money in the bank that gives you a 0% return may actually give you the largest return of anything in your life because it gives you peace of mind, even though it's a 0% return. I live like this, guys. This is my life. This is why Blue Ridge is peaceful, by the way. I live a life that's extremely peaceful. I live very, very safe. Very safe. This is the hidden return of managing your money in an earnest way and forgetting about HIP. Forget about HIP. Let's change the culture of America. Because after all, just like wealth cannot be seen, earnestness cannot be seen either. Because it's something that you're doing alone. You're the one that manages your money privately. No one needs to see it. You ever thought about that? Nobody can see your wealth. People see the things you buy, but they cannot see your wealth. Think about this. When's the last time you saw a Ferrari go by and you thought, oh my God, look at the person in that car? Nobody does that. People go, look at that car. The person never even gets looked at. So why fall into this trap of trying to impress the neighbor, trying to beat the Joneses? My gosh, guys, the race is with you, and the race is long. And you know what matters more? It's earnestness. It's being honest, it's telling the truth, it's being dedicated, it's loving your family, it's doing the right thing every day. That's what counts. Here's the final sentence, guys. I say this in the underground experience sometimes. In life, if we make our decisions simply based upon our own long-term peace of mind, you are making the right decisions in your life. Decisions can get made about money and people and situations and all that type of stuff. None of that matters. It's your peace of mind that matters the most. Teresa's watching. I love you, Teresa. Yeah, who's Ernest? Teresa's Ernest. God. Without Teresa, the Blue Ridge Bed and Breakfast would not exist. It's that simple. We love you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me be a part of your life. Thank you for letting me write speeches for you. You add value to my life. You make me a better person every day. I love you all. Thank you. I will see you soon. Remember the podcast. It's out there. A new one got released. I'll start advertising it soon. I love the hearts. Thanks, y'all. Bye, Roseanne. See you, Elaine. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye, y'all. Love you guys. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Bill. I know, Bill. This one got me fired up, right? I'm excited about it. Because Ernest, Ernest is where it's at. It's where it's at. God. When I interview people here at the winery, I always say to them, are you earnest or are you hip? Because I want earnest people. I can teach anybody any skill set. I can teach them how to cut vines. I can teach them how to mow the grass. I can teach them how to make wine, but I cannot change who they are. Only you choose that. So to the world today, let's all try to become more earnest, and let's try to surround ourselves with earnest people, and let's basically tell the world this is where it's at. It's not on the hip side. Love y'all. Thanks for being part of my life. See you soon. Bye, guys.